Welcome to Win Souls TV. This is your host, Jeff Thomas. And I have something that I believe that a lot of believers really need to hear. And this is also a warning. And it's in the form of a personal testimony. So when I first began reading the Bible, I was reading the Bible and I just got passionate about the Lord. I just wanted to know God. I just wanted to know Jesus. Well, after a while, I got mixed up with this, in a relationship. And basically, during that relationship, my spiritual eyes were open. And what happened was, when my spiritual eyes were open, I began to see the Bible in a completely different light. And at first, it was a good way. And then it became something that it shouldn't have been. And I say that because what it became me being very religious and legalistic and not even seeing that within myself. Because after a while, I began to chase after the gifts. I began to chase after more experiences with God, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But instead of just having passion for God and just reading the Word, now I was reading the Word to have the experiences. Now I was just spending time with God in worship and in prayer simply to have experiences with Him. And that's not right. Well, you have to ask yourself, would you use your wife? And this is me being, pretty straightforward. Would you use your wife just to have sex with her? Or wives, would you use your husband just to have sex with him? That's the only reason that y'all are together. Sadly, that's the glue that is holding together a lot of these relationships. But what I'm saying is, if you guys truly love each other, not just based off of a commitment and feelings, but based off of the covenant that you guys have made together, then you wouldn't treat somebody like that. And I was treating the Lord like that. I was chasing after the gifts more than I was chasing after the gift giver. And when the gifts weren't moving the way that I thought that they should be moving, and I wasn't progressing the way that I wanted to be progressing in, what happened was I began to draw back from the Lord. I began to pull back from the Lord because I started getting angry. Like, why? You gave this to me. Like, why am I not moving deeper? Why have I met Jesus yet? Why haven't I shook Jesus' hand? Why can't I, do all of this? I is the problem. And pride cometh before a fall. And so I took a plummet. And it was probably the worst 2.5 years that I've ever experienced in my life. I was broken, gained weight. Believe it or not, I don't naturally, look this big. Usually I'm cut up, ready for a bodybuilding show, But, I went through a phase of depression. And even though I knew that the Lord was there, it was just like, man, I'm not experiencing anything anymore. God, are you still here? And that shook me. All because I took my focus off Him. And I started focusing on what He could do for me. So let that be a warning to you. Don't focus on anything else but God. Yes, the gifts are great and pursue them, but pursue them by pursuing God. Pursue them by pursuing the source. Pursue them by pursuing the gift giver. And all of those things will be added unto you. And don't just pursue Him just because you're going to get something. Pursue Him out of genuine love, out of genuine passion, out of, I want to get to know you. I want to meet Jesus. I want to hug Jesus. I literally love Jesus. And those things they'll happen, yeah, and you'll have all of these testimonies, yeah. But yet and still, you'll still be seeking after the Lord. You'll still be seeking after the Lord, and you won't fall. You won't fall into that place of pride. Because I began to look at other Christians like, man, yeah, they really know the word, but guess what? They're not seeing what I've seen. Yeah, they may know the Bible, and I've read the Bible too, but guess what? I've actually seen what the Bible is talking about. So guess what? I'm a little higher than everybody else. No. Don't think of yourself as any higher than anybody else. And if you do, you need to be a servant. So, with that said, I hope that's a good warning to you guys that are wanting to move into the deeper things of the Lord. Just keep your focus on Him. Keep your focus on Him. Desire them, yes. But desire them out of desire them out of the passion for the Lord. And they'll be added unto you. You guys be blessed. Have a good one.